frustrated, all is dark, I'm unsure where to go. There you stand, heart is hard, hear you say we're golden. Straight and narrow, make the round, now I shout, no one hears. Weary head, wear your crown, still you say we're golden.
We're excited to be with you today because we have massive amounts of news to talk about. The We Love Christian Music Awards has launched.
Sixth annual is back.
The 6th annual.
We are back.
Tons of work went into this leading up to this moment, and we're so excited for you guys to check out all the nominees. We're going to be talking about them here, and we want your feedback as well. So
it's awards season, and those of you who follow Christian music regularly have probably voted in the other awards that allow that, or have watched and heard about the biggest name awards. None of them will be mentioned here today, but this is the most unique and innovative awards, if we do say so ourselves, in Christian music, because it covers so many different genres and trends that happen in a particular year in Christian music. You're going to find some surprises today. Some information's already leaked. It's already leaked out a little bit because everything's gone live at WeLoveAwards.com on our YouTube page, youtube.com/WeLoveAwards, and more.
yes.
So people are already starting to comment. There are already surprises. There are already people excited. People going, well, who am I going to vote for? That's always the quandary. There are some categories where I have no idea how I'm going to vote, honestly. And we were
Did you
part of
vote?
the nomination. I haven't yet.
I did vote last night. Well, I mean, I had to make sure the form was working, and there were definitely some categories where I was like, I don't know I don't know what to do.
I know.
So, anyway.
Yeah. So hey, what's up, Tabitha and Caitlin and Ben and Mary and Nate? Hi guys.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to see if I can get to this window where we can see your quotes. And I'm just going to click that. And
it doesn't work because we did something new with Facebook where we scheduled the video, and that way you guys could remind. And it doesn't give us our little chat window that we're usually in. So, but that's okay. Pray for my computer, guys. I hope it's not. It doesn't have to go to the Mac doctor.
The Mac doc. Anyway,
Mac doc is expensive.
Hey, God's healed my car before. Hey, a computer is not outside the realm of possibility. Hi, Micah. Thanks for being here. No intro. Crazy. I know, right? It's. I
had it. I spent a whole hour on my computer getting it all ready, and we had to go live.
It's more important. Schedules means no bunny trails. Is that what it means, Liz? Fake news.
Yeah.
I'm going to prove you wrong.
So let's see. Should we jump in and start talking about nominations?
Jump in. Yes. Might as well jump. I don't know.
I'm gonna jump.
There you go. Bunny trail right there.
Yeah.
So you can find all of this, of course, at WeLoveAwards.com. And then there's a handy dandy little nomination tab. So we're just going to roll right through beginning to end. And would love to hear your thoughts, who you're going to vote for, maybe who you wish would be on there, even though, sorry. But hey, if there's anybody that didn't make this list, there is a 24th category called the Fan Impact Award. And you can write them in and rally all your friends to write them in. And if you're really passionate about it, maybe they'll win. Yeah. I mean... There you go.
It's a really cool way to make sure that any artists that impacted you throughout the year still get nominated.
Yes. So, jumping right in, the first is the Hook Award, Pop Album of the Year. I'm saying it just like I do on the video. If you hear the video,
I had your intro video also lined up, ready to fire off.
Oh, but maybe we shouldn't talk about.
You guys should go to youtube.com/WeLoveAwards, and you can watch the nomination videos there.
This would be a great time to put in a plug for the Patreon. If we get enough of them, maybe Kevin can have a good working computer.
Now I need a new computer. That's going to take me about 4 years.
We need
to
more
earn.
than 50 patrons now.
Gosh.
It's just double.
Cass Genesis, one of my favorite albums of the year.
Yes.
It was nominated for the Hook Award. Of course, Cass was also nominated for the Next Big Thing category. Gavi, We Belong. Holland, One Way Conversations. Holland was one of the leaders in the nominees.
Nominations this year.
Torn Wells.
Another leader.
He got a lot of noms as well. And then We Are Leo, The Rush, and The Roar were the 5 albums for the pop album of the year.
Yep. Anyway, so what's interesting is there are no well-established pop artists on this list. I mean, Torrin's the elder statesman of all of them. However, he is still he's a brand new artist as a soloist.
That's interesting. Yeah, I didn't realize that.
So We Are Leo's been around probably the longest out of all of them. However, they are an independent band with, not as much name recognition as the
4 of them are new artists.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
And so that's pretty cool. So we got a new category next. It's called the Freebird Award. Like Free Bird, like where they say like hipsters yell at like, what do you?
We did
Freebird.
think about calling this the Hipster Award.
Yeah.
But we didn't want to alienate anybody.
But what it is art pop, which is
What is art pop, Marcus?
Art pop is a little more. It can be darker at times, not spiritually darker, but
yes.
Just musically darker. It is not going to be in top 40 or chart topping pop. This is going to be more of the indie sort of college radio type scene.
Okay.
So college radio. If you're thinking of that, that's probably a better way to put it. So with that, we've got Aaron Sprinkle with Real Life, great album.
Yes.
David Balash, that's Paul's son, with Labyrinth. We've got John Mark McMillan, Mercury and Lightning, The Brilliance, All Is Not Lost, and The Royal Royals with Rococo.
Really cool category. Really cool albums.
Yes.
3 of those 5 are ones that I'm struggling over.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. And they
not struggling over, but like who do I want?
Yeah.
I mean they try for first.
Hey, we've got some comments here. Liz says We Are Leo, and Katie's saying I'm voting Torrin. And Mary is saying John Mark McMillan was just playing in Starbucks. What?
Well, probably the song.
Oh, I thought. First of all, Mary, why are you at Starbucks?
John's way too cool for Starbucks.
Nope.
So is Mary. Come on.
She was there. Which either qualifies or disqualifies him for this award. Unclear. Alyssa says, cool category with great artists. Thanks. As we were going through looking at pop albums for the Hook Award, we're like,
there's
so many good ones, but there's a crop of very talented artists and albums here that wouldn't fit. They wouldn't make it into the Hook, but they still need to be recognized. So that's where the Freebird came from. This leads into the third category, which is another new one.
Pop Light Award. This is more of the contemporary side of the pop stratosphere.
Yes.
So we have Danny Goki Rise, Jamie Grace 91, Matt Mayer Echoes, dang it, Mercy Me Lifer, and Zach Williams Chainbreaker Deluxe Edition.
So a good mix of established and new artists.
Yeah.
No, there's one new artist.
Danny?
Zach Williams.
Zach
Williams.
Well, Danny's newer.
Yeah, he's
not as
newish.
But yeah.
This is, really his second big album.
Yep.
Jamie Grace's Return, Matt Maher, and Mercy Me, of course, are staples. So Pop Light is pop contemporary, which is it's not easy listening per se, but it's an inspirational.
Very much
pop arrangements.
Very much in the middle of that inspiration and pop.
Yep, it can be on AC radio. It could also, some tracks could also be on Christian hit radio, just somewhere in the middle.
So we thought this was a good way to nominate some incredible artists in that pop landscape without hitting the cutting room floor on a lot of them. So
Liz likes your pronunciation of Mayer.
Okay, it's just a brain block. You guys know I have a couple of those.
Should we screen share this deal so they can follow along with us?
Yeah, if you want to.
Might as well. All right, you can go ahead with the Inspo.
Well, Inspo Award, Inspirational Album of the Year. So this is more of the inspirational album. So we have
what is inspirational though?
Really
do you feel
quieter,
inspired?
really quieter music. It's AC, adult contemporary.
Yeah, there you go. The stuff that's on like K-Love.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to say that on this broadcast?
Sure.
Okay.
We have Jackie Velasquez, Trust, a new album from her, and first time we've heard from her in 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
I can't remember the
Yeah,
timeline.
no, it's been a minute.
Laura Story, Open Hands, Natasha Owens, We Will Rise, Nicole Nordman, Every Mile Matter, and Selah Unbreakable.
Yeah. Hey, your face is kind of covered up.
That's
You
okay.
like that?
We were
You
doing
like
this
it?
on the fly,
Do you like
right?
it? Is that nice?
Yes, you can shrink
Boom.
that too. There
Oops.
you go. So you got 5 albums there, and 4 of the 5 are female, and then Selah also is a female voice as well. So this category is very much dominated by
the ladies.
women. Following up with the Encounter Award, this is Worship Album of the Year, huge category, obviously. This year. Worship was a massive category.
Yeah, and that's so the Encounter is one we've had since the beginning, and in that we've got Elevation Worship. There is a Cloud, a couple. What? Nicole Nordman is 100% my pick for Pop Light. Well done.
There you go.
As good as Matt Maher's album was Goki. Yes. Okay, sorry. Back to the Encounter. Elevation Worship. There's a Cloud. Iron Bell Music. God That Saves. Carrie Job. The Garden. Jeremy Riddle. More. That's a new one. And Ricardo Sanchez. Taste and See. Okay, one of these things is not like the other.
One of these things is not like the other?
Yeah, Ricardo.
Oh, I was going to say Carrie.
I was going to say Jeremy Riddle. Because Jeremy Riddle is brand new. That album.
Oh yeah.
That was a last minute entry.
Gosh, we heard that album a week before we had to close down nominations internally, and we had to shuffle. We shuffled and made room because it's so good.
Yeah. So if you haven't heard it, check it out.
Yeah.
It definitely deserves its nomination, as do these
last minute
others.
ad.
And Ricardo Sanchez was a live record that was done down in San Antonio earlier this year. Completely different stylistically than what you're hearing in most worship. And so it deserved, because it's doing something nobody else is really doing.
He's doing it well.
Just praise.
One of the best live recordings you're going to hear.
Yep.
I mean, it's just incredibly tight band.
Yeah, that's really good.
The Hype Award Urban Rap Album of the Year is category number 6.
Controversial.
And there's a couple big names in this category that did not make it.
Yep.
Which
Two
I know
letters.
a lot of you guys might be surprised about that, but the first one is Lecrae is absent.
story.
And the second one is NF is absent. I mean, those are 2 albums that have definitely come out of the gate and just blown up sales wise. NF especially. So I think we're probably going to get questioned a little bit on that, but that's okay. I think
it's not our call.
It's not our call.
Let's blame it on our team. We've got 3 incredible hip hop writers on our team who know the depth of Christian hip hop. Deeply into the indie scene.
Yeah.
They know who's putting out the best stuff, and these are the nominations that we ended up with. We threw it to them and said, come to a consensus, battle it out, talk it out, and this is what we've got.
Do we need to talk about NF? I know we talked about, do we need to talk about it?
We just did.
Well, I mean, there's definitely was some internal debate of does NF belong in a Christian Music Awards? Because he is definitely signed. He's signed to Capitol Records now.
Yeah.
Not
Regular.
Capitol Christian. They moved him over to mainstream.
Well, and Lecrae.
Yeah. I mean, Lecrae is open. Lecrae is headlining Winter Jam, but he's definitely had some
Still
controversy with what he has. So yeah. Anyway, there was some discussion about those 2, but. I'm proud that I think we've got an even playing even playing field in this category. You put Lecrae in there and blows it up. Everybody's going to vote for him. Nobody has a chance.
Well, I mean, KB is probably the biggest name in there, followed by Social Club.
Yeah.
And then, of course. These are all really great. This is Jared Sanders, Nobody Famous. KB, Today We Rebel. No Big Deal. Canopy. Propaganda. Crooked. And Social Club Misfits, the Misadventures of Fern and Martin.
So there you go. Look at us playing offense.
Yep.
Category number 7 is the BPM Award Electronic Dance Album of the Year. DJ Kirk.
Wait, BPM Award was tough this year.
It was
because
things
have changed, and a lot of these producers are making worship music, so that's what you're about to see.
Yeah.
There you go.
DJ Kirk is not, so he's kind of the one in there, and Har is not doing it as well. So those are probably the two truly EDM, straight up.
DJ Kirk and Har
Straight up
Megiddo.
albums.
Yep.
Fearless Band, SEU Worship, and Versus are 3 worship bands.
Yep.
That are just hugely
Making killer dance music, though.
Electronic focus.
Yeah. And they're producing, self-produced, and making some killer tunes. So the face of electronic dance music in the Christian industry is changing. It's pushing, at least this year, it pushed more towards worship. So
and we're definitely seeing that in these nominations. What's everybody saying?
Mary said worship so hot right now. Liz said waiting for you both to start singing the announcements. You wait,
maybe
we're only
towards
in
the
category 7. Jeremy Riddle's album, A Collection of Riddles. Very funny, Ian. NF being left off is a travesty, Ian said.
Oh.
I mean, travesty? It's a little dramatic, right?
Have
you heard these other albums?
All the songs sounded the same.
Do you know these other albums?
What?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much.
Every song sounds the same.
Does it for you?
Yes. Yes, it does. Every single song.
He's got a shtick. Listen. And
he does it extremely well. But, okay.
NRT Rave 2018. Yes, please. Yes, please.
Category number 8 is the AMP Award.
Amp it up.
Rock Alternative Album of the Year.
Yeah. This is one people are already having trouble with picking.
Oh, really?
There's some good stuff this year.
There's some good stuff.
Rock is solid.
I think
Rock
Red's
is
going to
back.
take it. They're just one of those echelon bands that kind of tower over everybody. But so Red, Gone, Ashes Remain, Let the Light In, As We Ascend, Farewell to Midnight, Spoken, 9, and Seventh Day Slumber, Found.
Spoken, Ix.
Ix.
That's what we'll call it from now on, is Ix.
Roman numeral 9.
So As We Ascend, of course, made up of members from We As Human. Phenomenal, hit the ground running, doing really well. They're on a Southern Gospel label. I always thought that was fun.
Yeah.
Ashes Remains, comeback, great. Red, as solid as always, Spoken, and Seventh Day Slumber doing what they do best. So there you go.
Good stuff.
AMP Award. The Soul Vibe Award. This is a new category this year. I love it when we introduce new categories.
Have we ever done gospel?
Never done gospel.
Not even in year 1?
Nope. Not even year 1. This is the first year we've ever done a gospel album, and gospel's blowing up, man. If you're not on the G train, you need to...
The G train? Is that the gospel train?
Yeah.
Or the God train?
Either one.
Oh, okay.
Get on it. And so we've got 5 strong releases. Ones I personally enjoy as well. And
you really got into this category this year.
For sure. I'm really glad it's here. We've got Anthony Brown and group They're Appy. I don't know why they capitalize APY.
That is a good question.
They're Appy. A Long Way from Sunday. You got Dietrich Haddon and City Hill Worship Camp. That's what that album is called.
Okay.
Marvin Sapp, Close. Travis Green, Crossover, and Ty Tribbett, The Bloody Win. Man, there are some very powerful songs on those albums. I've heard all of them. Really good.
Good stuff.
And our team has put their stamp of approval on it as well. So,
are we talking about our favorites at all? Do you have a favorite in that category? We are not.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't know who I'm going to vote for.
Oh, you don't?
I honestly don't.
I thought it was a shoo-in for one of those. Okay.
I mean, there's one that, yeah, but...
So we are not influencing the votes from...
Not yet. We will soon.
Category number 10, do we have comments?
Is that a good... That's a good collection of rock albums, but where's Righteous Vendetta's Cursed? Rock album of the year. Come on, guys. You're letting me down.
Is Righteous... Is that a Screamo album?
Yeah, see, that was the deal. Ian and I campaigned for that one to be included. Rare case where there were just too many good rock ones to include them all. Yes, and
was
that's
also
what it was.
really hard.
We used to have an award called the Hardcore Award.
Yes.
And this is where you would have the metal. This is where you would have screaming, and which I'm not against at all, but we've made a decision to. It never did well in votes.
A lot of people skipped it.
A lot of people skipped it. So we just thought, all right, we're still holding those boundaries as to what this rock alternative category is and what the now non-existent screamo category is. So anything that's like super hard and screamy, it's pushed out of that category. That's why it's not nominated. Album of the year.
Big category.
Big. I know who won last year. Switchfoot. My ripped envelope is right up there from our show.
That's good. Yeah, that was a good moment.
Album of the year.
Go ahead.
Bethel Music. Second year in a row they've been nominated, by the way. Starlight. Brandon Heath, Faith, Hope, Love, Repeat.
Great album.
It is a great album.
It's good to see Brandon back in just straight pop.
Yep.
Yeah. Not country, not like really quiet inspo, but this is a pop album.
Oh, yeah. Holland, One Way Conversations. Great album.
Fantastic debut.
Matthew West, All In. And Torrin Wells, Hills and Valleys.
Holland's, both of those will go down, in my opinion, as one of the best debuts in Christian music history, I believe.
Absolutely.
If those two continue to make music for years and years and years, we're always going to be coming back to those two albums.
Yep. This is, I mean, both of them have, well, no, was Torrin nominated last year? Yeah, he was.
Yes, for that song, for Hills and Valleys. Yep. Which is why he was not nominated this year.
So yeah, they're already back. Yeah, that's why that would have been a song of the year. Yeah, for sure. EP of the year. This one's just, there's so many EPs. Nobody else in Christian music or in mainstream makes this a category. You realize this, right?
Nope.
Like, we're the only ones in music awarding that do this.
You can read this. We had another late contender at the end of this category too.
We did.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
I'm on a roll. Elisa Turner EP. She's a new Integrity artist. Joel Vaughn, Surrender EP. He's on Dream. He's been nominated for this category before. Corinne Hawthorne, her debut. Corinne Hawthorne EP.
It's only 4 songs. It's so good.
Yeah, way good. Need to Breathe, Hard Cuts EP.
Amazing.
Do no wrong. And Plum is the late entry with the God Help Me EP. Man.
We heard all 5 tracks and we were like,
yes. Like, where have you been?
Plum is now newly independent and she just continues to be on a writing roll.
Yeah, and she could sing the phone book and we'd nominate it.
Yes.
No, we wouldn't. But this is really good, lyrically and musically. So
2 categories. So those are our album categories. Getting into the how you guys doing? You still with us?
Still with us.
What do you think so far?
Need to Breathe deserves this one hands down, flawless. Mary says. Katie says going to have to go Brandon Heath on the album of the year one.
Good choice.
His show in May. I'm thinking you meant to say, New Hampshire. There you go. Was hilarious because it was very crowd involved because it was so small. Nice. And then I think Brandon definitely deserves the album of the year. I've been a fan of his for a long time, and this by far is the best thing he's done in quite some time.
Agreed.
All right. RRV and Spoken both scream some. Well, Spoken didn't much. We listened through it. And that's definitely the hardest entry on the list.
Spoken was on the line for me.
Righteous Vendetta was over. Yeah.
So let's get into the Song of the Year categories. We've actually got 3 new
votes for
3 new categories for Song of the Years.
Super exciting this year.
We got Love Is On Our Side by Capital Kings, an amazing song.
I'll be campaigning for that one.
I Want to Go Back by David Dunn. I heard the song in January of this year, and I was like, that's going to be a song of the year.
It was on your watch list. Yep.
I mean, that's an amazing song, and that's going to put David Dunn back on the map. He actually has 3 nominations, and he's doing incredibly well. Can't Live Without by Holland.
Yes.
Broken Things by Matthew West. That album was amazing. And then Even If by Mercy Me. I think you said recently one of their best songs in the past decade.
Yeah, it is. It's performing better than anything they've really had. If you look on Spotify, it's their number 2 song behind The Obvious. I can only imagine.
In my opinion, if a song wrecks you after you've heard it 24 times, it's a pretty dang good song.
Yep.
So I think all these songs are different categories, and there's actually 3 pop, 2 contemporary songs,
and 1 EDM. Kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not super EDM, but
Capital
really
Kings
good.
have been releasing a ton of music this year.
Just singles though.
Yeah.
We want an album. I'm gonna have to interview them again where I said to you for that.
You're gonna get an album. It's gonna be all their singles and everything. So second song. This is a brand new category.
Well, kind
for
of.
us.
We've done this. It was called Church Song of the Year previously.
Okay.
This is where it was Sunday morning worship, which this captures that as well.
This is the only category call out of Song of the Years that we have in the We Love Awards this year.
Yep.
So we don't have Pop Song of the Year.
Because it was the year of worship.
It was huge. It's it explains where music is at right now.
We've got Extravagant by Bethel Music from Starlight. We've got Rock of Our Salvation by Bright City.
If you haven't heard that song,
Rock of Our Salvation.
So beautiful.
This is an indie electronic worship group, sort of mentored by Martin Smith of Delirious. That is a great song. Elevation Worship, Do It Again. God That Saves, Iron Bell Music. You guys, you're going to see them a few more times on here. And Endlessly by Josh Baldwin, who's also part of the Bethel Collective.
Yep.
And great crop of Sunday morning tunes. If you guys do, any of you guys do any of these songs at your church on Sunday morning, give a shout out. Let's look at some comments here. Song of the Year, Mary Had a Little Lamb. I don't think so. No contest, even if gets this, Caitlin says. Even if By Mercy Me is actually good, Alyssa says. Nice. Well, who knows? I don't know. It'll be interesting to see who shows up and gets out the vote.
Yeah.
Oh, man. We've got Movie Song of the Year.
We originally we were thinking about doing Best Movie of the Year.
Which we've done before.
We have done that before. And we just thought there's been some really huge songs from movies.
Yeah.
Why not put the music angle on kind of the best movie of the year twist? So, and Caleb Fan Awards does movie song of the year. We're all about not.
They did?
Yeah. Or no, they do best movie of the year. Sorry. And we're not about duplicating what everybody else is doing. So,
nope.
So we're flip the game a little bit. So we have Priceless.
Movie Song of the Year.
From Priceless. Have you seen that yet?
I still haven't seen the movie.
It's really good. I want to see this one, The Case for Christ. I didn't see that one.
So
I've heard good
King
great
and
things
Country,
about
for King and Country doing Priceless from Priceless. Who is JT Morrell? I've never heard of him until this song.
He's a worship artist on Dream Records.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's got a song, The Case for Christ, from The Case for Christ.
Lauren Daigle came out and surprised everyone with the ending credits song for Blade Runner 2049.
Yeah.
Which was amazing. It's
that
so
song
good.
Blows me away.
And then The Shack, absolutely my favorite Christian movie of the year. I mean,
one of my favorite
movie of all time. I mean,
year.
really, it wrecked me. I really want to see it again.
Yeah.
But Tim McGraw and Faith Hill, Keep Your Eyes on Me, beautiful song.
Yep.
And then We Are Messengers, I Think About You.
Oh, man. Yeah, both of those songs. So The Shack has 2 nominations there. And then, I mean, really, out of those 5, you've got 3 that were 3 nominations that were from big blockbuster films.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
We Are Messengers moment.
Ah, man. Yeah. You just got to watch the video. In the nomination video, you'll be taken, if you've seen the movie, you'll be taken right back there. It's like,
yeah, it's pretty hardcore.
Oh, Katie says the baby she watches woke up and she's waving to us and blowing us kisses.
Hello! Mwah. It's our youngest fan. Oh no!
So many talents.
Category 15, best collaboration of the year. So
collaboration.
It's fun songs in this one.
Yeah,
big names.
There have been a lot of great collaborations this year, and hey, we didn't totally skunk Lecrae on this. He's in.
Oh, he's in. Lecrae is in.
Yep, he just wasn't in the Hype Award one.
Yeah.
So we've got Thy Will. Aaron.
Thy Will.
Wait, what?
That whole block is just screwed up.
Just kidding. It's not Thy Will. It's right on time.
It was an 11 o'clock p.m. last night update right there on that one.
It's Right on Time by Aaron Cole featuring Toby Mac.
Great debut song from Aaron Cole.
That one is so fun.
Yep. All the Wrong Things by Brandon Murphy featuring Corinne Hawthorne.
I like how I just read it.
Lecrae and Tori Kelly, I'll Find You. Stephen Malcolm featuring Holland, Party in the Hills, and then Switchfoot featuring Lifehouse, Shine Like Gold.
Yes, that's the one they wrote for Texas. So, I'll Find You has been a huge song. So it'll be interesting.
It has like 14 million views on YouTube.
Yeah. So
if we could get everybody who watched that video to vote for We Love Awards, that would be fantastic.
We'd have 14 million.
That's a true story.
Yep. Best cover song. This is a new one. A lot of artists. I mean, whether you're a well-established artist or somebody just strumming at home, are putting up YouTube covers of their take on cover songs. So it's been a trend. We're recognizing it, and here we go.
Now these are all mainstream songs. So these are Christian artists doing mainstream music, which was a clear distinction for us because there were a number of. It looks like I stopped at the music video of the year. There are some edits here, but there are a number of Christian songs from Christian artists that were great. that we didn't want to nominate because we wanted that theme of mainstream covers.
Yeah, for sure. So we have Scars to Your Beautiful done by Carrollton. It's not by Carrollton. Don't Stop Me Now, originally a Queen song, done by, of course, Mark Martel. Gotta Serve Somebody, that's originally done by Bob Dylan. And Kevin Max did that. And Party in the Hills. Wait, that's not it.
There's some edits. There's some last minute edits.
Yep.
What was Stephen Malcolm's one?
He wasn't.
He wasn't even nominated in the category?
No.
So who am I missing?
Oh, Stand By. You can talk
I can't
about something
remember.
else. Go for it.
I can't remember who. Well,
Wait, no. Stand By. This is awesome. Look, we're pulling this up. We're just going to kill that.
Oh.
There.
Well, you don't have to kill it. That's what it is.
Nope, it's dead. And here we are again.
I'm trying to remember who it was, man.
Yeah, so best cover song, actually it was Peter Hollins and Jamie Grace did Heavy,
yes,
originally by Linkin Park.
Yes.
And Torrin Wells did September, which I think that was Earth, Wind, and Fire, originally. So,
bring this side down.
Awesome. Why? Is it good for me?
I know the editor in you has errors in it, but it'll be okay. The whole episode is
Do you promise?
No, I don't promise anything.
Oh.
Music video of the year. This is where I stopped, in case you can see the text there.
Yeah.
I Want to Go Back by David Dunn. Fantastic video. It's all shot backwards.
Oh, I love it.
And then they sped it up.
Yep. So good.
Happy Dance by Mercy Me.
Soul Glow's in it.
Hilarious video.
Yeah.
It's really funny.
DNOU by KB. Super dark and heavy, and it's really good. It's really cinematic.
It is.
Love it. Back from the Dead. Skillet, that continues their whole apocalyptic thing.
It's like an 8-minute long video.
And
this is the intro by Spencer Kane. Just another artist who continues to wow us with what he's doing out there. So
he directed it too.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, he did everything.
That's his directorial debut there. All right, male artist of the year. That's the dudes.
All the dudes.
All the dudes. It was tough to pick this year, but a few as we were going through this process stood out. Wait, before we go in there, hold on. Switchfoot and Lifehouse, absolutely. Katie says, "Thy will." Nice. Yeah. Jason Gray. Katie. Jason Gray was if there were 6 nominations, he would have been there. No question about it.
And cover?
Yeah.
And cover song? Yeah.
City of Stars?
We debated a lot.
He was on the list, and he was off the list, and he was on the list, and then
City
he
of
was
Stars.
Off, so, love that song.
Yes.
Okay, Lecrae Tori Kelly's "I'll Find You" is my song of the year. Well done. Heavy cover. I need to hear that. Yes, you do, Alyssa. And Micah says
they just did a second collaboration together.
They did.
Jamie and
Oh
Peter
Holy Night,
Hollins,
I think. So category suggestions: songs featured on YouTube, similar to movie song, and you could nominate anything featured on Dude Perfect. Pretty much. Funny you mentioned that.
Stay tuned.
Yep, stay tuned. We'll get there in a second, but hang on to that thought about Dude Perfect. So male artist of the year.
Danny Goki.
Yay!
David Dunn looking
Yay.
straight ahead. Matthew West is looking over to the left. Torrin Wells is looking to the right, and Zach Williams is looking to the right.
Oh, it's kind of like they're all nice.
So
there you go. You got a favorite?
2 brand new artists on there. 2 establishing artists and one A-level artist.
Yeah.
Do I have a favorite? Absolutely, I do, but I can't share.
I mean, do they have a favorite?
Oh, okay.
Female artist of the year, category 19. We've got Blanca, Holly Star, Hollin, just so you don't get Holly and Hollin mixed up.
Yeah.
Jamie Grace and Tasha Cobbs Leonard. Great group.
Yes.
We've got pop artists, we've got AC artists, we've got a gospel artist on there, and Tasha Cobbs Leonard continues her star continues to rise in the gospel world, and despite not necessarily transcending the the Christian radio and Christian music as a whole, she's making serious inroads in the mainstream and in the gospel world, and had to recognize that this year. So,
Absolutely.
and Blanca continues to.
These are all names that are typically not nominated in this category. So there's no massive powerhouse. There's not like a Natalie Grant or a Amy Grant or.
Is it Blanca or Jamie Grace that's probably the elder stateswoman in this group? I mean, both of them are still relatively young and new. Nobody is a lifetime usual suspect there.
Right.
So that's, we always like that. We like seeing that. Let's see. Wait. Katie says she's too upset.
What's Katie
to go
upset
on.
about?
I think does it have to do with our nomination? Oh, Jason Gray. She says she's stopping her Patreon because she's
No.
hey, if you get up to the if you do the one where we come to your house, we'll nominate whoever you want. Or you come to our house. Ian says Matthew West broken things must include his neck. What? Because clearly something amazing is going on to the right. Where he's Caitlin says definitely Goki. Ian says Tasha Cobb's collab with Nicki Minaj was incredible. Never thought I'd say that about Nicki. Yeah, I mean it was incredible that she landed it.
Look,
theologically, he almost vetoed it based on that.
I can't believe that we nominated an album with Nicki Minaj on it.
We did.
It almost
we
makes
nominated
me,
an artist.
Right. It almost makes me throw up in my mouth a little bit. I don't care how amazing the song is.
Theologically, it's got some
worst.
problems. The song does, but
I said it live.
There you go.
Category number 20, Group of the Year. You got Bethel Music, Mercy Me, huge year for them. Red, Selah is a massive year. Anything Selah does on YouTube seems to just blow up. And then We Are Leo. Not a lot of groups this year.
It was a very soloist heavy year.
Yeah.
And you just had to look at who did the most, who was out there.
Yep.
And mostly in the social media space, and who was rallying their fans and
just doing good music.
That's where we came
doing
up.
some good music. So another category that was a little lighter for me this year than previous years was the New Artist Group of the Year.
Yeah.
And as we ascend, For All Seasons, who really has not had a full album. They've had 3 singles, but they were all strong enough that they really got elevated from all the other contenders.
A massive impression.
Yeah.
Very quickly. And I mean, there's another band out there that I was like, man, why did they have to release a single so early? Because I'd totally,
Who was it?
It was the Young Escape.
Oh yes, yeah.
Watch out for them.
I think we're
going to
be talking about them next year.
But For All Seasons, we're like, no. I mean, we've got to do it. They've made such an impression right away.
We might have got a little too early on For All Seasons, but we'll see.
If they have a good album, they'll be nominated.
Iron Bell Music, one of your favorites, and
absolutely, they're one of the most underrated bands of 2017. I think they have one of the best worship albums, and so they've come out of the gate super strong. To the point where Matt Maher on Echoes covered one of their songs. I mean, Great Is Your Faithfulness, so good. So check it out. Corinne Hawthorne, of course, she was on The Voice, and now she's doing her own thing. She's just blowing it up. And Stephen Malcolm coming out of the gate.
There you go.
Swinging.
Category 22, there's a couple more here.
One of our faves.
The next big thing, and these are all independent artists that we feel are
about to blow up.
You're going to hear a lot of in the coming months and year.
Yeah, so we've got Cass, who, I mean, this is the first time we've ever had a Next Big Thing nominated for Pop Album of the Year at the same time. Like, that shows what level she's operating at. Yeah. And yet she hasn't, I mean, she's playing on local radio here.
Yeah.
But she hasn't broken through the Christian music consciousness. She's in New Zealand. That's a bit of a problem, in terms of that, but hey, it seems to work for Hillsong. So we think it's gonna be a huge 2018 for her. You're gonna be hearing a lot from her. Joshua Micah, you've probably heard a couple of his songs, Parachute and Who Says. Independent artist doing it better than a lot of people.
Just released a new EP a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, doing it just as well as signed artists. Most Christian music fans don't even care or know the difference between a signed artist and not.
Nope,
He's got as much polish as anybody.
Yep.
Local Sound, they're out of Nashville. They are a band that is they're making basically EDM pop, and it's all their album that came out earlier this year is called WWJD, and doing a great job. Mass Anthem. It's
recently
a
signed
pop
to
trio.
Dream Records.
Yes, they're a pop trio. They do not only their own stuff, they do some great covers too.
Boy band alert.
Yep. I mean, we got to have it. You know,
that's a requirement.
Yeah, with Anthem Lights, you know, sort of being in the mainstream space, and OBB joining them there.
Yep.
We got to have one. So, and then the Youth Project, they've released. They're a band that has released only 2 songs.
They have 3 now.
Oh, that's
well,
right.
They will have 3 as in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
A couple weeks to release in their 3rd
They
song.
are a bunch of people that met via the Hillsong College. They're out of North Carolina. They're self-produced. They are like closer to my kids' age than me. It's true.
Yeah,
and they
really
are killing it. And we've got a great team. They're super motivated. They all live in a house together, and
Yeah.
it's awesome. So you're going to hear some big things from them soon.
Yeah.
And finally,
Certainly a category that we're excited about every year is the Mainstream Impact Award. And the idea behind this category is to nominate those who are making an impact in the mainstream, and then we give them an award.
well, people that if you are somebody that is not in the Christian music world,
Right.
you can be positively impacted by what they're doing.
Absolutely.
So sometimes, I mean, they're different callings, right? Some artists are called to just minister to the church, and then there are other artists that use what they're given or who they are to impact the greater culture. So these 5 nominees do that.
Yes. So the first one is Dude Perfect. Easily the biggest brand that we've nominated before. I mean, these guys do tens of millions of views on their videos within
That's
24,
their job,
48
is to
hours.
do silly trick shots. And I want that job.
I know. And they have famous people on and sports icons, but every one of their videos, well, I don't know if I can say that. The majority of their videos,
We're getting press releases all the time from artists saying we are featured in a Dude Perfect video.
Right.
So they're doing this a lot.
is all Christian music. They're featuring Christian music in all their videos in the background, which is way cool. So well deserved.
A lot of exposure there. So what they're doing for Christian music is important and should be recognized. So we got David Zach of Remedy Drive. Now, he's on this list because, man, this is a guy who is going on these missions with operatives for anti-human trafficking missions. And he's an outspoken advocate of that, also of civil rights at home. I mean, this is a guy who does not just sit around and write songs in his basement.
No, he certainly has a larger purpose, and it defines everything that he does.
Living what he believes.
Yeah.
And
this isn't an album theme.
Nope.
That's a temporary. This is a life calling and mission that is definitely influencing the music.
We got Natalie Grant on here. Big reason.
She did a huge Facebook live video, which we thought was amazing. And really brought together the Christian music community, and they raised over $500,000 for charity during the Hurricane
Harvey
for Texas. So I think she's just a well-spoken community rallier.
Yes, and wears her heart on her sleeve and puts herself out there, calls in favors to really impact people. So that's what they're there.
Definitely.
Switchfoot, similarly, they're always doing their bro-am where they're benefiting.
They've always lived in this space very well.
At-risk youth in the San Diego area, but also they were there when they were on tour with Lifehouse. They were there down in Houston, and they were in the shelters and gave of their time playing music for people, and they even wrote a song with Lifehouse, which is nominated for Best Collab to benefit Hurricane.
That tour was a pretty big deal.
It was huge.
For a Christian artist like that to go out with Lifehouse, who is full of believers themselves, but really to just go out and play, and then Switchfoot really makes a point to play in a lot of mainstream venues and a lot of mainstream locations, and always goes and meets their fans. So.
Yep. And then finally we've got Torrin Wells here, and he's pictured with Lionel Richie. And Torrin Wells, man.
Torrin's the one on the right.
Yes.
He's the shorter one.
Yep. He's somebody who I love watching his story unfold. He was the frontman of Royal Taylor. He stepped down because he's like, this is too much for my family that's growing. There's stuff I need to do at home at church. There's stuff I need to do. He's got a worship school he does. he's got a lot of other things he wants to do. And so he said, look, I'm stepping down from this, and I'm going to do this my way. And his label's like, okay. And now with it, as he's sort of taken back the reins of push, all this stuff's come to him, and including this huge tour with Mariah Carey and Lionel Richie. Massive.
I mean, really surprised actually at the announcement, because he's a new artist. Royal Taylor did not really bust through the level that we were all thinking they would have.
Yeah. But he is,
and their songs are amazing. Their songs are still amazing. And then Torrin comes out and he's on tour with Mariah Carey, and there's got to be some underlying connection that we don't know of there.
I mean, he's just awesome.
I mean, yes, he's awesome, but there's got to be some other story. Maybe not.
Maybe we'll find out.
But he's an. I think it speaks to the caliber of artist that we all know he is.
Yep.
So yeah.
So that's exciting, and he got in front of many thousands of people on that tour, singing like he does about Jesus and about hope.
He's a great preacher too. I don't know if you've heard him speak, but
yes, he is a pastor.
He puts on glasses. He's like a superhero. He puts on glasses and he preaches.
Oh, so it's like the opposite of Superman. He puts on the glasses and becomes a Superman.
Right, exactly.
Nice. So, and then of course the 24th category is
all yours.
Fan Impact Award, where you get to write in your favorite artist, whoever. They didn't even have to release an album. You just have to write in who impacted you the most in 2017. You don't even have to write why. You just write their name, and then the winner of that is up to you. So no nomination there.
We really feel like all of you are massive influencers in your space. I mean, you invest your time into watching the show regularly, and we thank you for that. Here's where you can help us. We need your help on sharing the news that this voting is now open, that these awards are going on, and that they are the biggest fan voted awards that we have. And so and so please share. Please tell your friends and family to go vote, and you can push them to weloveawards.com. And here's the cool part. We're giving away a PlayStation 3. We're giving away 2.
I want it.
Or no, it's a PlayStation 4. I'm sorry. Not a PlayStation 3.
It's a 2.
We're giving away a Commodore 64. So PlayStation 4, a record. We've got a really cool record player. We have 2 Go Tracks scooters.
Oh, you were serious about the record player?
Yeah, it's like a really cool retro
I love
record player.
I love this.
A Go Tracks hoverboard. We have 2 of those we're giving away.
Yeah, dude.
We have gift cards and wireless speakers and wireless headphones. Just a ton of tech gear.
So it pays to vote.
Yeah, when you vote, you enter, and you can vote as many times as you like. That's it.
You can affect the outcome here.
Yeah.
So tell everybody, get voting. You have until January 26th.
Yes, 8 weeks.
2018.
So we'll be talking about this quite a bit and reminding you guys to go vote and to keep sharing.
And we'll dive a little bit deeper into some of these categories.
Yeah.
In the coming weeks.
Yeah.
So we're excited to.
All right. Thanks for hanging with us, and
thanks
hopefully
for
my
bearing
computer
with us.
here works here.
Yeah,
soon,
no joke. All right, everybody. Thank you. See ya.